Yara speaks the truth.
I want to play. I want to play. Nobody will play with me. Play with me. I don't play. Hey, they have machine strike here. Everybody can rejoice.
Your reputation precedes you.
As I was saying. What was I saying? I heard the water rations again.
Yeah, I think I've seen that, Jonathan. I didn't mean he always has to be nice rolls, but he is. His voice is calculating and, you know, reserved. Not what you would think the Tanakh would be. Scorpion skewers. Spike stalk shells. Salted lizard bites. Wings of the 10.
Are you sure I can't tempt you?
Gonna tempt your tummy with the taste of nuts and honey. So what'd you guys do? Haul this up?
End of another day.
That's funny. All right, so we actually got to a Tanakh camp. I really want to jump off here, so I'm gonna. Whee! That's right, he's in Spaceball in the combing the desert scene. You're right. What a career. That's the highlight, right? There's a tall neck too. Shelter.
Stay here.
Sit right here inside of the machine. This is relaxing. Progress time till morning. Wow. That must have been uncomfortable. Bloop. Bloop. All right, let's see what's out here. What is that place? That place looks like serious business. The rebel, oh, that's the rebel outpost. So she just sat there for 9 hours. That's like you at work today. Ouch.
Sounds like there are people in trouble.
Have fun. Sounds like there's people in trouble.
You look edible. Once you're cooked.
I like looting while on the back of this thing.
I'm getting close to Ether's location. I said it would be in some kind of physical processor.
Hey, look! It's more green here.
An ancient ruin. Turned into a Tanakh stronghold? Could Ether be inside?
Oh, great.
Poking around's not going to be easy with Tanakh's warriors everywhere.
Makes sense. And Regala's army only grows in strength.
She struck a blow to us at the embassy. This much is true. But we are made of steel. We will not yield.
Deca looks pretty neat.
Regala's forces may seem strong now, but
Her machines took out my entire squad.
remember the visions. The old ones didn't choose their fight, but still they stood firm. They didn't falter. And neither will we. Blood of the Ten.
She's got awesome armor, awesome hair.
Know who I am?
Oh, the warrior with hair like wildfire who defeated Regala's champion at Barren Light.
Bye, Underdark. Take care.
Yes, you are known to us. I am Deca, chaplain of the Lowland clan. You've come to speak with Chief Hikaro.
Not quite. There's something I need here.
Anything you need, the chief will provide. Come.
Is that one of the visions you were talking about?
Yes. The records of the 10. I can show you them, if you like,
Okay.
on the way to the chief.
These visions. You said they're the records of the 10. Who are they?
Old ones, who fought a heroic battle against machines on this very soil long ago. Their deeds are honored in the visions. At least what remains of them. To be remembered and exalted.
There used to be more of these visions?
Many more. Once this place was filled with light and sound, but over the years they've fallen into darkness, one by one. That is why chaplains are so important to the tribe. We remember all we can of the visions, etched in our flesh, passed down by word of mouth from generation to generation. One day the whole grove may go dark. But chaplains who come after me will keep the memories alive.
Why does Hikaro want to see me?
We are at war with Regala. And you've already shown that you can stand against her.
I'm not here to fight a war for you.
It's
Not
true.
for us. With us. But I won't try to persuade you. That is for the chief. He can be very convincing.
So can I.
What does it mean to be a chaplain here?
We who outlast our youth study the visions and share their wisdom with our young.
What kind of wisdom?
How to be a true warrior. To fight with bravery and unflinching honor. And to know when to call for peace. You can see for yourself when we go inside.
All right.
All right, let's go see Chief Hikaro.
He's in his throne room at the far end of the grove. Come. Be welcome among the records of the 10.
All right, I want to know about these 10.
Come soldier of 10.
It's glitched. Incomplete.
Their full truths are lost to us.
Imagine if she could
The chaplain's
fix
duty
them.
to make sense of these visions as best we can.
Oh man, if I actually fixed it, that would blow her mind.
Joint Force 10 active.
This is like Saturday morning cartoons.
Weapons were battle.
The 10 were dedicated soldiers, working together as a squad and sharing in their duty. And when the time came for battle, they took to the skies and leaped to glory. All Tanakh seek to follow their example. Before the chief, it was one of the few things the clans had in common.
You love Dekka's armor? Dekka's armor is amazing. Aha! Can't hide loot from me. There's a lot of these.
10 in the mountain. Blast. Any call. 10 were defending mountain land.
During their war, the 10 climbed sheer rock, braving blinding snow and wind. They stopped at nothing to protect their own.
You make them sound invincible.
They weren't. But the visions tell us of their courage and strength, something our soldiers aspire to. The Sky Clan admires this one above all the rest. They make their home in the mountains northwest of here.
Okay. Man versus machine. Exhibit shows holographic representations of all 7 G-Sin battle drone models deployed during the conflict. The GTF-10 rapidly made a mockery of G-Sin's non-lethal approach in engagement after engagement, whether it was surprise artillery, barrage from the frigid slopes of Gold Mountain north of Big Bear Lake, or a desert ambush near the solar plants of the Nevada desert, or a wingsuit jump into the jungles of Colombia to stop an attack on the rare Earth convoy. JTF-10 soldiers repeatedly proved the state-of-the-art AI and newfangled weapons were no match for human cunning and data corrupted. Is that what it is, Anki? I was thinking that. Operation Enduring Victory was to help people keep fighting, even though there was no hope, just to buy Zero Dawn time to finish.
10 claimed. 10 seized the desert. Others raging sands. Their soldiers killing enemy lines.
What's this one about?
The 10 waged war against their enemy in the desert heat, a land too harsh for any to survive. But against all odds, they prevailed. So the Desert Clan does the same. We must have passed through their territory on the way here.
We did.
I did. They seem a little extreme.
They take that as a compliment.
Sure they do. Alright, so this is watch the visions, go to the throne room.
And protected in the jungle, sealed by darkness. Trapped their enemies.
I just want her interpretation.
Soldiers in a jungle. Those were the 10?
Yes, they knew how to use the jungle's depths to distract the enemy until the perfect moment to strike. Generations ago, my clan, the Lowland, looked to this one for inspiration as they claimed the jungle to the southwest.
Okay.
Hey, Outlander. It said that relic you wear can hear the voices of the old ones. Is this true?
It's true. Carefully written Karja glyphs with Fashav's personal mark, evidently part of a diary or journal. From Decca, the wise and patient chaplain of the Lowland clan, I finally learned the answer to a question that had long vexed me. Before my capture, the only Tenakth I have ever had conversation with was a prisoner at Sunstone Rock who spoke of taking the blood and children of her enemies as her own. Her rant seemed to confirm the lurid stories from the Tenakth that I have read in my youth, yet in all my time in the Forbidden West, I've never seen such barbaric practices. I wanted to know if there was truth to the prisoner's words. There was. Those were the old ways, Decca clarified, dating from the constant warfare between clans of years past. Since the ascension of Chief Hikaru, such practices have been outlawed, although not completely abolished. A few stray recalcitrants and exiles still cling to them. Intriguingly, the acts themselves were never as malicious as the Karja portrayed them to be. Tasting the blood of a fallen foe was meant to honor their martial deeds, and orphan children were taken from conquered settlements to be raised as equal members of the new clan, which was considered to be a merciful outcome. I cannot help but see myself in this context, an orphan of sorts, taken in by my new tribe. It hasn't been easy, and there are still those in the clan lands who would reject me. Still, the more I learn about my new people, the more I see nobility that the Karja have omitted from their records. Interesting. Okay. Azar, you just logged into Guild Wars 2 for the first time in a very long time. You finally got the week 2, 3, and 4 supply drops that we bought in February. I know, mine are probably sitting there waiting too.
That ancient device plays the audio from flight recorders.
Oh, the black box.
Please, Outlander.
You have an old world recording?
This box was speaking with voices of the old ones. But now there's noise over them.
Let me take a look. Where did you find this?
We took it from an Oseram Delver. She was trying to steal it, and other artifacts from Tenakth territory. The others were going to bury it in the sand with her. But then I heard the voices.
Well, the data here is badly corrupted, but...
Delta Juliet 9, you are weapons free and clear to engage the swarm. Good hunting.
Copy that. We'll buy Zero Dawn the time you need. Delta Juliet 9 out.
Wow.
The voices of warriors from the past. And that Oseram wanted to sell them for shards. The bravery of the 10 should be remembered.
I'm not sure what you mean by the 10. These voices came from the final battle of the Old Ones.
Another battle? I could learn more about it if I could find the other boxes. That Delver did say there might be more recordings to be found in the wreckage of ancient flying machines. She claimed she had a way to locate them.
Yeah. The box with the voice data on it is emitting a locator signal. I could use it to find the others.
If you do then, bring them back here. I will see to it that they're treated with proper respect. Whatever sacrifices were made by these ancient soldiers, we will honor them.
Okay. Gotta hunt for black boxes.
Let me know when you have one that you'll part with.
Do you get many Oseram Delvers in Tenakth territory?
Fewer every time we catch them, but those thieving rats would do anything for the shards. There'll always be some who'll risk coming here.
And what do you do with the ones you catch?
Eat them!
Delvers spend their lives in the dust. So we bury them in it. Alive.
Oh. Okay.
Why do you want these recordings?
Every battle teaches its soldiers. We should learn those lessons and honor those who fell. That is our way.
It is
If
the
I
way.
find more of those recordings...
Alright, black boxes. Collectibles. Souvenirs, novelties, party tricks. My late husband, Kana Mungrove, perished with Roberto Medina at the Battle of Mojave. When his last leave was hastily recalled, he left his duffel bag at the house. It holds the usual items: shirts, pants, undergarments, toiletries, but also devices with data, snaps of his unit, a collection of maps and marching orders. He even kept a couple of small G-Sin drone parts. We were wondering, would the museum be interested in said collection? This was a museum here then. By now, we all know the story. In the 2030s, as rising temperatures baked the desert southwest, the federal government ordered a controversial evacuation. When residents of the 3 affected states refused to leave, their protest was championed by rare earth magnate Roberto Medina and Joint Task Force 10 pilot Colonel Edward De La Hoya. The ensuing struggle escalated into the first full-scale engagement between automated forces and human soldiers in world history, not to mention the first military campaign fought on American soil since the Civil War. But climate change wasn't the only cause. Water rights, the politics of urban versus rural states, and the increasing demand for rare earth materials by U.S. tech companies also contributed to the crisis. This exhibit is designed to broaden our thinking to consider all of the factors that led to the tragic events of August 20, 2037, in the hope that... This is too close to real life. And the 2030s aren't that far away. Exhibit allows us to hear the final moments using an interface donated by Sterling Malkeet. We can listen to any flight recorder that employs the industry standard AirFR encryption protocol version 3.54 or later. Simply place a black box in the interface to listen to its contents. Please maintain a respectful silence as you hear the voices of the fallen.
My focus can detect beacons from those recording devices. Should help me to find any others that are still out there.
Beacon. Or beacon. Beacon. She's still waiting for me over here. Alright, so here's the throne room. Let's go meet the chief. Hi, Andy. Could you please inform relevant staff in maintenance, hosting, and security of the following new opening and closing protocols? Holographic displays should be live 15 minutes before opening time. Inspect showcases for smudges. Okay. Just confirming that it is a museum that we're in. I wonder when this museum is from, though. Carefully written cartoglyphs. Oh, okay. Oh, this is another thing from Fashav. Every time I step foot here in the arena, I'm taken back to my own coal route. At the time, I couldn't be sure why Hekaroo allowed me to partake in the trial. I hoped that the chief was obliged to let me enter, but instead he seemed merely intrigued. I won't lie. I enjoyed the obvious frustration of the other contestants. Highborn though I may be, I know how to kill. One desert Tanakh couldn't contain his discontent. As I stood bloodstained over a prone machine, about to kill it, he blindsided me, spearing both its head and my calf. The crowd cheered, me not so much. Smug as he was, he even turned around to take in the ovation. I used that moment to break the spear free from myself. He did not take kindly to that, nor to the fact that I used half his weapon to impale his foot. I was ready to leave it at that, but he wanted to continue the brawl. I didn't notice that all machines had been destroyed and it was just us. The onlookers yelled angrily when the bout started, leaning my way. Other contestants closed in on me, but Hekaro's voice boomed through the arena. Leave them! He who draws first must face the consequences. A long minute passed as we wrestled without rules or grace. With the very last of my strength, I snapped his neck. The whole place fell silent. Then Hekaroo walked up to the edge of the arena and spoke. We fight shoulder to shoulder. We do not stab our fellow soldiers in the back. We must look at our enemies in the eye as one. It took me a while before I realized he was talking about the division between the clans. Even so, I'll never forget how he gave me, an enemy general, a fair chance. It is why I served him wholeheartedly. And now Chief Hekaroo has given me leave to return to the Sundom. The embassy is only days away. From then on, I will do everything in my power to broker a lasting peace for our people. Aw. Rip Fashav.
What's this?
It was planted there by the chief. Ask him if you're curious. It's his tale to tell.
Okay.
Okay, Ikaros spear. It's hanging out right there. Welcome to the Hall of Heroes. This room is dedicated to the memories of Robert Medina, who financed and led the campaign against the federal government and its fleet of General Synthetics battle drones, Colonel Edward De La Hoya, commander of JTF-10, the brilliant strategist and veteran soldier who held off numerically superior federal forces, Colonel Ann Faraday, the legendary orator who oversaw early reconciliation efforts, and all those who lost their lives during the campaign and at the Battle of the Mojave.
The chief is inside. Are you ready to see him?
I don't know. This is gonna be long, right? Or at least something that I shouldn't feel rushed doing, correct?
I want to look around more first.
As you will.
I'm feeling this is a big moment. Anything else here that we can see before we wrap up? There's the black box collector. Oh, and there's a big arena there. Okay. Yeah, let me go back out to this campfire here. Now, I'm assuming they couldn't read all of these data points that are strewn about, right? There's a new one. This is interesting. Executive order blah 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 was used to congressionally grant emergency powers to mandate the evacuation of most counties in the region outside of Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Phoenix. Displaced families and individuals would be moved to temporary camps before places could be found for them in habitable areas. To enforce the order, the government threatened to nullify existing water agreements between the Northwest and Southwest, essentially turning off the taps for the so-called tri-state hot zone. To its supporters, 73H was a humanitarian effort designed to preserve resources and help climate-stricken southwestern families start new lives. To its opponents, the order was a clear bait and switch. The federal government had broken its deal with Medina in a greedy land grab that employed eminent domain to seize mining claims. At the same time, it would place southwestern refugees in fenced-in camps, which were quickly disparaged as 73 Hell, a provision that incited immediate blah blah blah. Wow. Things got real bad. Okay. So next time we jump in to some Horizon, we will check in with Chief Hikaru. And we'll see what that's all about. Let's do a manual save. And get out of here.